Okay, I'm going to make some bread rolls using a Wright's bread mix. We've chosen to use ciabatta because it gives a really nice light open texture. Okay, when you make these at school, you'll be making them in pairs. So what you do with your partner is you start off by putting the mix into your bowl, share between you, dispose of the rubbish, and to that you add 350 ml of warm water and a tablespoon of oil. Now, I've just got some warm water there. It's what we call lukewarm or tepid, not too hot because the yeast will get killed. Not too cold, so it will take a long time to activate the yeast and therefore less than time will be run over. Tablespoon of oil and just make a well in the centre and pour in. I've done most of it, not completely all of it, just to see how it goes. Stir. You can soon tell, of course I will need all of it. If it's been accurately measured, then 350 is what they recommend. Okay, I'm using the knife rather than my hand because I don't want the sticky dough all over my fingers at the moment. I will get my hand in there in a minute. To start with, I'm just using a palette knife to stir the water in. So what you end up with is a soft dough, but not very, very sticky. Now, I'm going to start off by just kneading that for a few minutes on a floured surface. Bring the dough onto the floured surface. Take your bowl and put it straight into soak in warm, soapy water, because that way it'll be a lot easier to clean rather than the dough actually setting onto it as it dries. I'm going to knead it without any filling because it's obviously easier than having lumps in it when you're kneading it. So start off by kneading on the surface. Now with kneading, the idea is that you can't be gentle. You've got to really actually work hard. It's quite good for your muscle development, it saves your gym membership. And boys or people with big muscles tend to be better at making bread than girls. So let's go for really pushing the mixture around. If it starts to stick to you a lot, just add a little bit more flour. Working it, pushing it about, moving it around the table. And to do that for 5 minutes. Okay, I'm just actually going to divide the dough now. I should have done that before I started kneading because each of you will have your own half of mixture to knead. So I've taken half of it now and I have been kneading for 5 minutes. You'll see that the dough is a lot smoother than it was to start with. It's much smoother in texture, and what's happened is that the strands of gluten which we want to develop have got longer and longer and longer. Right? The more kneading you do, the better it is. Okay, I'm now going to think about what I'm going to add to flavour my particular rolls. And what I've decided to use today is some cheese and some onion. So I've got some red Leicester here, a nice colour. I'm just going to grate that ready to go in and work it into my mixture. It's a bit crumbling. I'm going to do cheese and some nice red onion as well. Cheese is ready, and what I'm going to do is to cut the onion. So I'm start off by cutting off the top, placing it down, making a bridge over the top, cutting the onion through that. and then removing the skin. It's a lot easier to take the outer layer off once you've cut the onion in half than trying to peel it first. Now I don't need a huge amount of onion in my mixture, so I'm going to use the bridge hold. I'm going to cut along the lines that naturally exist on the onion, or that's certainly that direction, close together, using the bridge hold. And stopped my chopping just about a centimetre or two before the edge, and then using the claw grip, I'm just going to grip the onion and take off some onion here. I think that will probably be enough. Now I'm going to work this into my dough. Just going to smooth it out and put some onion in it, some cheese, work that in. More. You can add anything to flavour, herbs, any sort of herbs, fresh or dried are nice, spring onions, bits of vegetable, peppers are nice. Just work the last bit in. I'm just going to knead this now for just another minute, just to work filling in. Now the red Leicester's given a nice colour, just picking up all the bits of onion, and I'm now going to divide this into 6 even sized pieces so I can make 6 rolls. So start in half and then those into 3s. Check yourself if you think one's a bit bigger than the other. Just do it so it's roughly the same size. And hopefully you've got 6 rolls of even size. And each one then you can knead and shape. Obviously a much smaller piece of dough to work with, so I'm just making the spot of it nice and smooth by using my fingers to bring all the edges to the centre. And turn it over and shape it. Have that ready. You can do different shapes. I'm going to make this one into a long sausage, rolling it like this, and then just tucking it round and rolling it into a spiral. This one I'm going to make into a plait. I'm just making it into a sausage shape, flatten it slightly, divide it into 3 strands, and then plait the edges together. So, and just tuck that bit underneath at the end to make a little plait. Take a little bit off this one, make a round. Like the first one, and the edges to the middle. Oops. Turn that over. Same with the baby one. And the edges to the centre. Turn that round, pop it on the top, just spear it together. A little cottage loaf. This one into a sausage shape. This time I'm going to tie it into a knot, just a loose knot, like that. And last but not least, I'm just going to make a little mini baguette type shape. So, nice and smooth, all the edges in. Turn it over, just shape it into a oblong shape, and slash the top if you want to, like that. I need to go onto a baking tray and leave space because they will rise. Now ideally, you leave them for a little while to rise, as long as possible, until they've doubled in size. You can glaze them if you wish before you put them in the oven. With an egg wash, you can sprinkle some poppy seeds or some sesame seeds on the surface if you want to. And then they go in for about 15 minutes. Okay, once the rolls have had a chance to rise slightly, as I said, you can brush the surface with a drop of milk or egg. Make sure that you don't put too much on, because you don't want puddles, which will burn as the sugar caramelizes in the oven. The milk sugar, that is. The lactose inside the milk. Okay. And then they go into a hot oven, around about 210 degrees C, for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. And they should be risen even more and golden. Checking to see whether the rolls are cooked. Bring them out, press them down.